It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Can't believe it. I missed everything.
Missed the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
So if you're a mommy or a daddy, you want to go as long as you can to protect your children. That's normal. But how long were you able to go without any of your kids needing stitches? I was shocked at how many people have never had kids that needed stitches this morning. If you missed it, it was a fun segment in the Playhouse, and it's coming up in the podcast in a couple seconds. Let's go.
We've got email.
So I got to read this email we got, and I'm not going to give out her name. She said, hey, guys, just wanted to get your thoughts on this. I have a child who was just 2 years old when their father went to prison for a 5-year sentence. I never told my child about it because I wanted to protect them, which meant they never visited their dad during those years. Now I'm wondering, was I wrong to keep my child and not let them see their father? Did I do the right thing, or did I rob them of important time they could have spent together? First reaction to this is what?
First reaction, I need to know ages.
2 years old.
Okay, so what I wrote down was 0 to 2 thumbs up to go. Because they
let
won't
them see dad?
No, let them see dad 0 to 2. So if it's an infant, it's fine. They will not take in the terrifying notion of prison.
So from 2 to 7, this child did not see their father.
Okay.
Because he was in jail.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very personal decision for a mom to make.
If it was you, what would you do? 2 years old, it's you and Liam and Derek. Derek makes a mistake, goes away to prison for 5 years. And you're done. You're not in a relationship with him. You go your other way.
Yeah.
Do you let that kid see dad?
I probably would, but if they didn't want to go, I would understand it. But I mean, it's a weird position to be in, to haul your kids through security. It's a very sterile environment just to see their dad for a moment. Is it a nice thing to do to keep that relationship? Yeah, but I wouldn't expect it if I was locked up. I wouldn't want them to see me like that, is what I'm saying.
I'm going to guess there's at least a couple of people who've been through this situation. I'd like to know how you handled it. And again, I can keep you anonymous. I'm not out to name a bunch of names. I just thought this was an interesting scenario because I flipped the script and I thought, if my wife and I, or maybe a girlfriend and I, we have a baby, they're 2 years old, and she does something that puts her away for 5 years, I wouldn't probably rob the child of having a mom connection right there.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I think we look at it differently when a guy is in prison and the mom is with the child.
I would even say 0 to 4, maybe 0 to 4. If you ask my kid anything that happened when he was 4, he wouldn't remember, So I would say 0 to 4, let them see mom or dad, whoever's locked up. But then anything after that, you got to listen to their feelings because that's about the age that they know how to vocalize how they feel. Like, I don't want to go to see them in jail. So,
Barb, would you bring the toddler to see dad in prison?
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
I have.
Oh, okay.
I have. The guy that I was seeing, my baby's dad, went to prison, and I left it up to my daughter if she wanted to see him, and she did. She wanted to see him. She knew he had made a mistake, and she knew he'd be out, and she still wanted that bond with her dad.
Do you regret this decision at all?
No.
Okay.
I do believe in transparency. Like if they're of a certain age, like you don't have to go into detail, but just say, this is what happens when you don't do the right thing and your dad is still loves you very much or your mom still loves you very much. I get transparency. I like that. But I also think if you make sure to ask them after every visit, how did you feel? And if you start to feel like they're not having good feelings about going, I would nix it because that memory is going to be tied to their parent.
Hey, Barb, I appreciate you chiming in right away. And I want to get everyone else's thoughts on this, okay?
We've got email.
Just to summarize this email again real quick, I thought this was interesting, and I didn't really know how to feel about this at first. Hey, guys, I have a child who was just 2 years old when her father went away, or when their father went away to prison for a 5-year sentence. I never told my child about it because I wanted to protect them, which meant they never saw their father during those years. Now I'm wondering, was it wrong to keep them from my child and not let them visit their father? Did I do the right thing, or did I rob them from important time they could have spent together? Everybody's really torn on this. A lot of people are saying if it's a murder or rape charge, definitely not.
Yeah.
But if it was a mistake, yes.
And I agree with them on that. And I also changed my age range because I think 0 to 4, their comprehension of where they're at, they're just going to visit dad, a fun day, maybe bring some snacks and go see dad for a couple of hours. Keep that bond going. But also, you know, if they get a little bit older and they start asking questions, I don't think you should sugarcoat it too much. You should say they're in there, they made a mistake, but they love you very, very much.
Hey, good morning. It's Kat and JJ. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. I'm sorry. Did we surprise you when we said good morning?
No, it's okay.
What are your thoughts on this?
Honestly, like my significant other, we've been together for 5 years. The last 2 years, he's been in and out of jail. Our 3 kids are super young. They range from 7 months to now 4 years, and I used to take them every other weekend to go and see him, or certain parts of the week when they had visitation. Mm-hmm. And honestly, they loved it. Like, they loved being able to see him. We always did phone calls with him when we were at home even. Now, currently, for something he did about 3 years ago, he's currently sitting in prison for... Well, he gets out pretty soon, actually, but he's been in there for a little over a year now.
So what's going to happen when he gets out? What's the plan?
We're hoping that he comes home. We're not sure if the courts are going to send him to a live-in facility.
Yeah, sure.
And if they do, then he will go and visit him on their visitation so that the children can still see him.
But you don't regret bringing the kids there at all, it doesn't sound like.
No, honestly. Right now, I regret that. Like, he was in a prison closer to us when he first went in, but right after our visits were accepted, they transferred him 2.5 hours away.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and that's quite an effort for a mom to haul her kids, get them all packed up, make the drive, get through security. Was there anything that any of your kids ever said that made you think they kind of understand what's going on, or was it like rose-colored glasses?
They honestly, no. At first, I didn't understand why he couldn't come home and why we couldn't physically see him when he is locked away. And I'm like, I just tell him Dad did something that he wasn't supposed to do.
Yep.
And I'm like, when you guys get in trouble, I'm like, you guys get grounded. I'm like, this is technically an adult's grounding.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
is.
so Dad has to deal with his punishment just like you guys have to deal with yours. I'm like, but as an adult, your punishments end up being more severe, and it's not mom and dad punishing you anymore. And so I think that's helped them quite a lot understand that, even adults get in trouble. Yep. And they like that we take his phone calls every time he calls. He gets to we send him letters and pictures, and we're also able to do online visits from home now that he's 2.5 hours away. They'd love to go see him physically, but I'm like, that it's too far. I'm like, but when I go pick up Dad, we'll bring Dad home.
This is all really well thought out. I appreciate the temperament you're taking with all this, because it could be easy to just be like, hey,
screw you.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Problem.
This could have been probably easy to walk away from, but you seem really invested. Hey, thank you for the enlightenment this morning. I appreciate your call.
Yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Have a great morning. I got time for one more real quick. Nikki, would you bring the kiddos to see Dad if he was locked away for 5 years?
Yeah, we actually just got done going through that ourselves. The kids were 1.5 and 3.5 when he went in.
You don't regret bringing them to the facility?
No, not at all. I mean, we would drive probably an hour and a half one way for a 2-hour visit up until he went to boot camp, and then you can only see him twice a month for an hour, and he was almost 2 hours away.
Okay.
So this is a valuable time with those kiddos, and you feel like this is the right way to go, huh?
Oh yeah, they looked forward to it. Is it? Do we get to see Dad this weekend? When do we go? Are we going now? And they could play games and cards and read books and
And that did a lot for his spirit, I'm sure, too.
How long were those visits when you got to go see him? How long would you have with him?
The ones when he was an hour and a half, it was 2 hours. But when they go to boot camp, it's for an hour and twice a month.
Gotcha.
Did you feel like he appreciated the effort that you put forth with this whole thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, good.
Bingo! How fun!
Last week, someone lost an eye at bingo. Bingo!
Bingo what bingo?
Bingo!
This is the part of our show where we're looking for a great listener story. Like maybe you're somebody listening who
has a job where there's a lot of yelling.
I don't know what we're yelling about!
So the top jobs include teachers, cops, referees, healthcare workers, line cooks, and then customer service reps. But I was talking to Liam. We were watching The Residents and the chef. I'm like, chefs are very volatile.
Yes.
Like you gotta be
hot.
on your game. Look at what's his name from Hell's Kitchen. Whatever his name is. But he's like constantly yelling.
Eberl, Soup Nazi,
Yeah.
all of them are friggin' fired up.
No soup for you. So, I mean, they're very passionate people. A lot of yelling. Do they mean what they say? Probably not.
They pour their soul into their work.
Exactly. So you have a job that you're at that you just find there's a lot of yelling.
And I'm on the kind of the flip side, maybe, of I'm looking for anyone listening who is planning on starting a new job like this month.
Okay.
Like, you're getting out. You're getting in. Maybe you're moving. Maybe it's a career change. Maybe you're just getting a promotion. Maybe you're just looking to do less and retire. Okay. What fits you? I'm looking for anyone to call right now that is going to be starting a new job this month. And Kat's looking for anyone listening to call.
Who works somewhere where there's just a ton of yelling. And it's okay. Like, everyone is understanding of
Just
the
the
yelling. I don't know how we're yelling about.
Good morning, Sam. You're first through. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you guys?
Great. Love that response. Which one do you fit?
I fit cats, and I might have misunderstood because I came from a toxic yelling environment where they had to even put a white noise speaker outside of the meeting room so no one could hear. But
wait,
you can still hear it.
The meeting room at your work. Do you want to say at least what kind of business
Don't
this
say
was?
where, but yeah, what were you doing?
Oh, I want to say it so bad.
I know.
It was a manufacturing company.
Okay.
But
And it was
the meetings
a
got
small
so
business.
heated that they had to mask the sound on the outside of the boardroom or the meeting room?
It wasn't even meetings. It was just yelling at people.
Oh.
Just bring them in and yell at them. And it was just yelling constantly. And it was the owners. So it was just very negative, toxic work environment.
And nobody could straight up tell them how bad they were being to their employees because they own the place?
No, they just had a high turnover rate,
Jeez.
which was I was included in that. And my boss, who now works with me at my other company. So
How many times did you get pulled in there and screamed at, Sam?
never. I am a quiet person. I don't
can
know.
tell.
I never got screamed by them.
You have a lovely temperament, but you know what is weird is that you said owners. You know, when there are multiple people that are heads of departments or owners of businesses and they all think it's okay that that's how you do business, they shouldn't be surprised when people keep leaving.
How long did you stick it out at that horrible job?
6 months.
Okay.
And my boss was the one that said, Sam, you need to leave. And then we ended up working at the same company.
Oh, good. Glad you guys got
And you
out
said
of
high
it.
turnover rate, so obviously there was a lot of people in and out of there. Was it a lot of the we're going to yell at you and people are like, screw this, I'm out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It was crazy.
When there
And
are
those
other
people don't
Been
understand. They see people leaving and they're like, fine, get out of here. We don't need you anyway. They don't see the error of their ways. So
How long ago was this?
Okay, it was a long time ago. 3
Okay.
years ago.
All right. You're obviously happier now?
Oh, I love my place now. I can sing and dance, I guess.
If you were to
I don't
call
know.
our show and just be able to lay into one of us and start screaming at one of us because they're just a horrible human, why would you choose Kat?
What?
yeah.
I don't know if I can answer that. I don't understand your question.
Well,
I don't know if you have the ability to yell at people. And I love that about you.
I have kids, and I don't know. It's just positive. It's just positivity all day, every day.
Well,
Good for you. I'm going to put you on hold because we're nosy. And I need to know where you work.
Oh, yeah. Tell us. Will you tell us off the air?
Don't tell us yet.
Lots of winning during our live show Wednesday morning. Right out the gates at 6 a.m., we're going to try and get you $50,000. Got another grand with our secret sound at 7 and more Papa Roach tickets at 8 o'clock Wednesday morning. Lots of reasons to join the live show as we wrap up the podcast right now. Has Liam ever had stitches?
Oh, my God. No, he's never had stitches.
I had a friend post that their son was going away to college coming up in the fall, and that it was there because their family is so accident prone, they couldn't believe that he's never had stitches, a broken leg, anything like that. He's never been hurt.
Okay.
And he's going to be going away to college. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. And so I started asking around, and apparently I'm the only one that fully expected their kids to have big time injuries growing up, because myself and all of my friends, we all had stitches, broken bones, dislocated fingers. Like, that was just a thing in my neighborhood.
I've never had a broken bone. I've obviously had stitches, but Liam had this moment.
Outside of your surgeries, were you ever stitched?
No.
See, this is so bananas to me. This is a bubble wrap life.
I lived life. Like, I would do the no hands, biking everywhere. Like, I lived a crazy, wild life, but I just never got hurt like that.
And your son has never had stitches?
Never had stitches. Nope.
So
he was standing up backwards on his stroller one time, and then he fell and he hit the front of his head. But they just said, no, it's not deep enough for stitches. Just let it close on its own. I was like, they had those butterfly Band-Aids, but that was it.
I bet it was like 4 when I had my first round of stitches. My oldest son was 6. My youngest son, who's the most active, I don't think he's ever been stitched up. But my oldest, I'll tell you the story on how he got stitches, because it was a freak accident, and my wife was at work, and she wigged out.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a mom and there's an accident and your kid is with dad and he ends up stitches, that's the worst human being in the world.
How afraid were you to call her?
Oh, I didn't until the stitches were done. I didn't call her.
I would be pissed.
We were
if
in
you
the
did
doctor.
that.
The stitches were done. We were on our way home before I called her, because I knew she'd freak out.
You need to let them know you're en route.
So,
wow.
Anybody, I just want your kid's stitch story. What happened? How many stitches? So I had a friend post yesterday about how they're so excited and they're preparing for graduation. Their son's going to graduate high school this year. He's off to college in the fall. And the thing that they had put on the post was, we can't believe he's never had stitches or a broken bone or anything like that, and we're going to send our young man out into the world. And I was like, I could not even imagine being 18 and never having stitches or a broken bone. I mean, I think
it doesn't mold you into being a better human if you've had stitches.
I'm not saying it does. It's just, it's unfathomable to me that they didn't go so hard and make a mistake so bad that they ended up with stitches. I know I got my first stitches at like 6 or 7. My oldest son, Peyton, when he was 6, we had a Wii. And I missed the Wii because it had the controllers that you'd move around and you could hit like a bat and a tennis racket. And we were playing downstairs with the Wii, and he went to bowl and he tripped over the beanbag that we had in the middle of the floor, went face first into the entertainment center, and caught the edge, the corner edge of it.
Of course.
Right under his eye. And it immediately swelled up, and I run him to the doctor, and they got to give him a couple of stitches. And then I called my wife because she was at work, and I knew it would be hell on earth, and she would do 600 miles an hour all the way into the doctor's office. And I was like, let's not cause a big panic. It's just a couple of stitches. So I had been through the stitches ringer enough times to know that it wasn't the end of the world. Everything was going to be all right. But your young man's going to turn 13 here in a little bit. No stitches?
Yeah, let's knock on wood that we're not headed that direction. I do remember one day he was standing we had a bench in our dining room, and he was playing with that magic sand that doesn't go anywhere, you know? And so I had it in like this big tub, and he was playing, and then he'd like do this little dance on this very slippery bench. And I go, you better watch it. You better watch it. He was like 2. And then all of a sudden he slipped, fell back, hit the back of his head on the metal register.
Ooh.
And then now he can't grow hair. It's
he's got a little spot?
It's smaller than a dime, but doesn't grow hair anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
It killed all
like
those
you could see the
follicles.
meat. You could see the meat, but it wasn't enough to like stitch it. So.
Now, Jessica, hey, I appreciate you calling the show. We answered the call a couple of seconds ago, and Kat labeled it bad mom on your caller.
He's such a liar.
What's all happened to your kiddos? Like, your kids are obviously not living in bubble wrap.
Well, I'm a mom of 5. My oldest is off to college now, and he ended up with 6 stitches in his lip due to being on the trampoline with the younger one, and the head collided to his chin.
Oh
But
my God.
then my 7-year-old, who is autistic, he is very adventurous. Took a nail. He was digging in the ground, stabbed himself in the eye, scratched his cornea.
Oh my God.
He was also on the trampoline with the oldest one and ended up breaking his leg. So he was in a cast for 4 months.
Oh.
No stitches there, no re-breaking the bone or anything. It just healed on its own. But then in the summer, 4th of July weekend, he stepped on a 3-prong push fish hook.
Oh.
We got rushed to the ER. No stitches, had to heal up on its own. That's it so far.
I can't imagine taking that 3-pronger out because we've had it stuck, like if I'm putting a worm on or something like that. And those are very painful.
I love how you use the words so far, Jessica, knowing full well that this is not the end of your trips to the emergency room.
Oh, yeah, I know it's not.
All right. Well, hey, hang in there. We appreciate it. 5 kids, too. Would you lose a bet? I mean, why 5 kids?
Well, no, I had 4 with my husband, and then I gained a stepson.
Oh, I got it.
Okay,
So you birthed 4. I get it. But that's still, that's a lot of heads to raise. Good for you.
So when insurance renewal comes around, there's always that thought, could we be okay? Especially this year, we have had such a hike this year with our insurance. And I'm like, okay, if everybody is just really careful for this year, do we need it? But I would say you don't even think about it. You just renew, right? You need it.
Yep, I renew.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for checking in. Hope you have a great morning.
Yes.
Let's get a kiddo's perspective on this. Yo, Tanner, what's up, man? How are you?
What's up?
You got some stitches to talk about or what?
Yeah, I do.
You wanna?
Do you want to talk about it then?
Yeah. When I was about 2 or 3, I was living in Cosmos, Minnesota. I had learned how to ride bike. There was one hill I had yet to conquer. And the thing I didn't realize about this bus was it was a...
No.
Oh, no. Your
No
phone's
way.
coming out. No.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, start over. What you didn't realize about the bus was what?
Was the bike was
the bike.
front wheel brake.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went down the hill, this was like a really steep hill. There was a turn right at the end. So I had to slow down immediately. But I hit the brakes. I went head over handlebars. I had to get stitches in my chin, my knees, and my elbows.
How many stitches total, Tanner?
I think 12 or...
You got good scars to show everybody now? You'll be like, look I'm tough Tanner. Look at all these scars I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. All right. Hey, thanks for sharing with us, man. I know you got to get to school. Have a great day.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Take care. Stitches. They're on our Facebook page. How long did you go without your kid having to get stitches? Kat's at 13 years. I'm never going to get that far.
I hope I keep going. People are texting me again. I hope that he just doesn't have to get to that point.
It's good news time. So can you tell me something good? Kat, why don't you introduce this bit? Because I really, really like the birthday good news.
I do too. And there are those moments where the mom will put their child on, not their child, but their child's friends on blast for not showing up to the birthday party. This isn't quite that situation, but a video going viral just because strangers who didn't know this child wanted to make his birthday a little bit better. So it was at a park, a very public park, his 8th birthday, and a group of strangers noticed that there wasn't a lot of people to be there to sing happy birthday. And they were like, can we step in and help?
All right. His name is James. Happy birthday, dear James. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, they just gathered under this gazebo and helped him celebrate his 8th birthday. And just to know that other people out there just cared about the day of his birth, I thought was a good way to kick off good news.
Okay, so now it's your opportunity, Kat, to tell me something good.
Got it. I would say that in my life right now, something good. I feel really good about my house right now. I have gone room to room, drawer to drawer, cabinet, cupboard, everything. and just kind of lighten the plane. You know what I mean? Like, do I need this? Giving a lot of thought to things. Do I need it? And there's just no better feeling. And I did that last year. And now, like, items where I'm like, why did you keep those? I'm getting rid of those, too. And it just feels
we
really
noticed you're selling it all on the radio
good.
and
It
on
feels
Facebook.
really light.
Marketplace.
Actually, I have 2 more items left, so go check it out. And that's what's good.
Tell me something good.
For me, my daughter Reagan called yesterday. I was working out, and she let my wife and I know that she got the internship she applied for. And the best part is she wasn't expecting it to count as some of the credits towards med school and everything like that. And so that's fun. She's got a summer full of really kind of advancing to the next level.
Good for her.
For her to go in, get the interview, get offered the job on the spot was good for me. But can you
Tell me something good.
Mandy, I appreciate you calling. Can you tell us something good?
Hi. Well, actually, today is my 27th birthday.
Hey, happy birthday.
So exciting. What are you going to do? Are you going to go find restaurants that give out like free cake and free quesadillas?
Cat's head is at.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to be going to eat, my whole family and I. But right now, my sister's actually taking me, and we are going to pick up my brand new Jeep.
Ooh,
exciting.
Very exciting. And my new leg. So it's going to be awesome.
Wait, you said leg?
What?
Yep, I was born with a birth defect. And since I got a raise, I'm splurging.
No way. So you're getting a new car and a new leg.
And
you're going
what-
to be like ultra mobile.
Why didn't you lead with the leg? Like,
That's a big deal.
You know, the car's really shiny and red.
so it's definitely more exciting for you to get a new Jeep today than a leg.
I guess you're right. Priorities.
I'm excited to hear about the product that you were embarrassed to see on TV.
So I wasn't embarrassed. I was puzzled as to why I would need to buy this and that clinics and doctors are not doing it for us. And I wanted to get a woman's take on it. So bring Marcia on real quick.
Morning, Marcia.
Good morning.
You knew about this product before
Yes.
I even talked about it. So Derek and I were watching TV last night and I was just like just gazing off. Okay. It was one of those moments. And then all of a sudden I'm like, what is this commercial? And it was showing this like plastic speculum. Do you know what a speculum
No, what's
is?
a speculum?
It is what widens our area so they
it's
can
the,
get in
the
there.
salad spoons.
Well, no, it looks. We'll have to Google it for him. But what did you think of this Nella Comfort Kit that I would need to buy with my own plastic speculum and other items needed for my exam that I pay for with my insurance? Like, what do you think about that?
Nope. I looked at my husband. I'm like, why would I buy this when?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's what I thought too. I
Oh,
thought,
yeah,
why
I know
wouldn't
what
the
that is.
clinics buy something into this if that's the case?
I
Why would
know.
I want to bring this? And then, I just thought that. Yeah,
So
I thought that was so bizarre.
The commercial is encouraging you to buy it and bring it in with you.
Yes.
So it's more of this is probably a little bit more affordable if it's plastic because it looks like the ones they use at the doctor are metal, right?
Well,
They're
it's
going to be
like-
stainless steel.
Well, yeah.
It says $125.
Oh, really? For a plastic?
And it comes with, don't worry about it, Marcia, it comes with comfy socks for you while you're in the stirrups. I love that part. But okay, so the speculum was designed in 1845 by men. Okay, so they're very cold metal instruments. Okay.
So you're telling me over the last, you said 1845?
Yeah.
So over the last almost 200 years, a woman hasn't come up with a better product?
I just can't believe we can't warm it up. Like, I could deal with a metal one. I don't care, whatever gets the job done, but warm it up. Warm it up for me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring my own
what do you
stuff.
think their target audience is here? People that don't want
anyone with
to
a
take-
vagina?
to take the thanks
Yeah.
to take the germ risk that they might not be completely sanitary when you get to the doctor.
No.
Is that the target audience? I mean, who are they going to sell these to?
That's not the commercial. The commercial is buy a plastic one, right?
So you don't have to use the metal. Yeah.
Oh, so it's warmer.
Nothing about sanitary anything.
So why do you think hospitals aren't using plastic ones?
No clue. Budget?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. But
don't know either.
Yeah. How many have they been in? Right. And Liam brought that up the other day when we were having breakfast at this cafe. He's like, can you imagine how many mouths this fork has been in? Like, you got to
And you
think
immediately
of
went to a speculum?
how many of these have been in those. But when I saw it it was a product I've never even seen. I didn't even know there was a market for it because I pay out of my pocket for insurance a lot of money to be able to go and get my annual and use their products, and they should upgrade, to be honest.
For $130?
Exactly. If that's an option, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
But I'm not bringing my own in. I'm not buying it.
Hold up. We're all missing an opportunity here, Marcia. If we were to get a bunch of these and get our little Cat and JJ logo on them and start giving them away on the air, is that something you'd call in to try and win?
I don't think so.
I think you would. Knowing they're $130.
His face on the front of a Nella Box.
I'll take a T-shirt.
Okay.
I'll take a T-shirt, but that's as far as I'm going.
All right.
I love it.
Thanks for your time, Marcia. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great morning. We're missing a golden opportunity here. What can you? Okay. What?
I thought we were going to get our own burger. I'll settle for a burger.
First off, what television station is this on? This is like Lifetime or
no? It
Bravo
was just
or something.
What were we watching? We were watching Channel 9.
Okay,
Channel 9.
All right, so I'm trying to backpedal here, and I want to find out who's the provider of these. Which company is selling them?
Nella.
Nella.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I wanted to know, I did some research as to what comes in it, and it is not everything is disposable, obviously, except for cozy socks, and then also wipes, a stress ball, because how many times have I talked about how stressed out I am to go?
Can't you just be like old timey dentists or doctors and have somebody bite down on a belt?
Yeah. A disposable Nella speculum designed for comfort.
$130 for this. And does their speculum look different than the pelican-looking one that the doctor uses?
It's pretty and it's plastic. So not that I need it to be pretty. I just need to know if I have cancer down there or anything going on.
Super interesting to see if anybody would actually pay for this. Are you...
A calm lavender roller ball. Instruction sheet for my doctor. I don't want to give that to them. They should know what they're doing.
Brittany had just texted in, my doctor uses a plastic one and they light up as well.
Yeah. Yep. Some have lights on them. Oh, your doctor has a plastic one. Your doctor cares about you. That's great.
And,
Where do you go?
And Shell said, when I worked at the women's clinic, we had 4 different sizes of plastic ones.
Wow.
So do you have to ask, what is that? Is that based on weight when you look at their chart? What's the size based on? How promiscuous you are?
The size is based on weight?
I don't know. I mean, how would you determine that's a last minute call?
I would say for a younger crowd. Yeah, people are texting me. A younger crowd, maybe like a teenager, if they start to go in for their annual visits, I'm sure that it's
use the smaller one. All right. And then somebody who's seen as many sailors in their life as you, that's the bigger one. I get it. No, it's all coming together now. I'm fully understanding.